The chapter begins in Japan, where three male hunters are seen talking among themselves. They are in disbelief that all the major guilds in Japan, including Blade, Phantoms, Invincible Kings, and Snowy Mountains, have been summoned. One of them comments, "This must be a huge deal." Suddenly, the three hunters are stunned when they spot members of the Blade Guild approaching. One of them remarks, "Isn't that Sugimoto Reiji, the Vice Guild Master, along with their S-rank hunters Tawada, Hoshino, and Atsushi?" Another corrects him, saying that Reiji is now the Guild Master, ever since Gotoruji was lost during a raid along with 7 other S-rank hunters. A third chimes in, "Yeah, I heard it happened because they were carrying out Chairman Matsumoto's crooked scheme." Another adds bitterly, "They monopolized the S ranks. It's only right this happened to them. The Blade Guild's days are numbered." The last one adds, "Who knows? If we play our cards right, maybe we'll have a shot at becoming Japan's greatest guild." As they were talking, Reiji and his team stopped walking, having overheard their conversation. The group of elite hunters stared coldly at the three men, who immediately panicked and hurried away. One of them scratched his head nervously. Hoshino, clearly irritated, muttered, "Even losers like them couldn't look us in the eye before, but now they're getting cocky just because Mr. Ruji's gone." He sneered, calling them opportunistic bastards. Tawada then spoke up, saying he heard a rumor that the Phantom Guild was planning to acquire the Snowy Mountain Guild. If that happened, they would have 4 S-rank hunters, equal to Blade's current roster. Reiji scoffed at the idea. Do they really think merging will make them the best guild in Japan? Ridiculous. Even if they combine their guilds, they still can't match us. The scene shifts to a government building where the Prime Minister slams his hand on the table, angry and frustrated. He demands to know why the Hunter Association hasn't done anything yet. An S-rank gate had spawned in the heart of Tokyo, and now he was being told that the association had no countermeasures in place. "What happens if there's a dungeon break?" he asks. Chairman Matsumoto replies that even S-rank hunters aren't strong enough to clear an S-rank gate. Only national-level hunters might have a chance. A hunter with a scar across his eye speaks up, saying he's already summoned all the guild masters in Japan, so he should stop asking obvious questions. He adds, "You all saw what happened in Jeju Island. We know exactly what's coming." Another hunter with long hair interjects, saying pessimistic remarks won't help. What they need is a concrete plan. He suggests hiring Thomas Andre, one of the top hunters in the world. However, a bespectacled hunter counters, questioning whether the country could afford someone like Andre. He adds that most countries are already dealing with their own surge in gates, and only a handful can spare hunters. Even then, it's unclear how many would be willing to tackle an S-rank gate. Suddenly, Reiji speaks up, revealing that there is one hunter who's willing to help, for a price. His name is Yuri Orloff, a barrier specialist, and Reiji plans to hire him for the upcoming mission. The scene then shifts to Sung Jinwoo, smiling inside a car, in disbelief that he has now reached level 101. He had received the key to the Kartinon Temple at level 100, and all his job-specific skills had leveled up as well. He wonders what will happen once he reaches level 102, glancing at the temple key in his hand. As he steps out of the car, Jinwoo wonders whether Jinho is managing things on his own. He thinks it's good to have a motivated vice guild master, though he realizes they definitely need to hire more people. Suddenly, he notices someone, Hunter Hae-In, who also seems surprised to see him. She quickly turns around, seemingly trying to walk away. But in a flash, Jinwoo appears in front of her, startling her, and asks why he suddenly appeared like that. Jinwoo, confused, asks why she was trying to run away, and what she's doing near his office. Hae-In nervously replies that she had left her car in the parking lot. Jinwoo recalls they had used Shadow Exchange previously, so it makes sense she forgot. Hae-In then asks Jinwoo if he's free right now. Jinwoo pauses. In her mind, Hae-In struggles with questions she wants to ask, like why he took a photo with Soo-hyun, whether they're dating, or why Soo-hyun was hired instead of her despite being just an A rank. But instead, she only says that she has a message from Min Byung-gu about his powers. Jinwoo is shocked and suggests they talk inside the office. Inside, Hae-In asks why no one else is around. Jinwoo explains that the Vice Guild Master is out on business. She realizes it's just the two of them. While Jinwoo prepares coffee, he asks how Min Byung-gu managed to relay a message. Hae-In explains that she had a mysterious experience that she heard a voice during a moment when Byung-goo's shadow appeared, grabbed her, and told her to warn Jinwoo about the power within him. Byung-goo explained that something had pulled him into an endless darkness. He was no longer himself, yet his sense of self remained intact. He felt like a slave, revived for the sole purpose of serving. What terrified him most was that he felt joy in doing so. Hae-In asked what he meant, but Byung-goo only warned that Jinwoo's powers were incredibly strong and frightening. Before he could explain further, a bright light engulfed Hae-In, cutting off the message. The last words she heard were, "Remember, Sung Jinwoo's true army is." Later, Jinwoo is back inside a dungeon, eating bread while thinking about what Hae-In told him. Whether it's true or not, he feels that finding the source of his powers is now more important than becoming stronger. His shadow army is fighting monsters. Jinho comments that it reminds him of the days when they raided C-rank dungeons. Jinwoo tells him not to talk with his mouth full. Jinho asks why Jinwoo doesn't just run his own business and let his army do all the work. Jinwoo thinks to himself that he gets fewer experience points when he's far from them, and he can't monitor what they're doing if he's not there. Just then, an ant shadow is seen eating a dungeon monster, which shocks Jinho. Jinho then asks how Jinwoo's sister, Jina, is doing. Jinwoo says the doctors told her to rest for now. He also adds that his most trusted shadow is watching over her, so she's safe. Jinwoo decides to check on her. He activates Shadow Preservation, Level 2, Shared Senses, allowing him to see through the eyes of his shadow soldier. He sees Beru watching a period drama, while Jina sleeps peacefully. Jinwoo wonders if Beru likes watching dramas. He then checks on his mother, who is out shopping at the market, and also catches a glimpse of Hunters Jong-in and Yoonho in the middle of an argument. When he shifts his view to Hae-In, he accidentally sees her taking a shower, which causes Jinwoo to blush and recoil in surprise. Jinho notices his reaction and asks if he spaced out for a moment, but Jinwoo quickly denies it, thinking to himself that he definitely needs to apologize to Hae-In, maybe even treat her to dinner. Jinho changes the topic and asks Jinwoo if he heard about the S-rank gate in Shinjuku, which could break in 3 days if not cleared. Jinwoo says he did receive a call, but he has other pressing matters, namely, the Kartinon Temple, which has 26 hours, 51 minutes, and 49 seconds left. Holding the temple key, Jinwoo believes this is an invitation from the system and wonders what answers it holds. After thinking for a moment, Jinwoo realized that there was still 1 day left, and soon, he would have the answers he was looking for. He told Jinho that once he finished eating, they would head out for work. Jinho quickly agreed. The scene shifts to a building where Yuri Orloff, an S-rank support-type hunter, is introduced. He claims to be the best support-type hunter in the world. Speaking with the Blade Guild members, he notes that it was smart to evacuate the civilians, but he criticizes the lack of manpower. He questions whether it's true that only 6 S-rank hunters are being sent. Reiji confirms, explaining that 1 S-rank from each guild must stay behind to deal with the multiple A-rank gates appearing across Japan. Yuri slams a bottle of alcohol on the table, declaring that this plan won't work. He demands $3.6 billion, or $10 million per day, in exchange for holding the gate. The chapter ends with his arrogant smile and glowing green eyes as he declares, "Hire me, and I'll hold that gate back as long as you want."